Here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Miami Dolphins. It's a rematch of one of the great NFL playoff games of all time. The Chargers and Dolphins underway from Miami. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes. Hey, out.
Here's Walker to start the drive. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, middle.
Throwing is Jackson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. From the gun, it's Jackson. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 22.
And even though this is a top-5 rushing offense, and we see this especially early in the game, they're going to do their best to keep you honest. They don't want you getting the habit of stacking the box, so that's a good throw there, and they're able to come up with the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jackson setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Only 3 there on the screen and 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. This unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 7. Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnston. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be second and a couple.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Walker with another carry.
Nice footwork at the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation. We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
And now Jackson will look to throw it.
He finds his receiver, Watson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Jackson going to run the draw.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up.
We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From the 2 now, second and goal.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Chargers. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10 at the 45. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
He'll get it up near midfield or 49 before being taken down.
But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They enter play here number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Well, this defense for the Chargers very strong in that victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Haskins, a quick throw out wide. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. On the handoff, it's Gaddis. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The Dolphins at 9-4 now on the year. Yeah, they've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
They'll run with Gaddis. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Dolphins nothing.
2nd quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Here's Gaddis. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal. This is out quickly to the right. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
A 5-yard pickup brings up 4th down and goal.
Now to try the field goal, and here's Daniel Carlson. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Carlson able to put this one through.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top form.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Now it's Jackson. Throw out wide to Walker. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, it's Walker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Now a 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. His throw incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Second down and 4. And Walker once more. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. That is not going to be any help as they dump it behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. To get the offense off the field, they're going on 4th and 5. To throw is Jackson, rolling to his right. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Well, certainly not how they drew it up. A 4th down gamble turns into a 4th down scramble. But all is well. First down.
I think he had eyes on that run the whole time. Good anticipation because it seemed to me he waited for the coverage to get drawn away and then had the easy scamper out of bounds to get the short yardage first down.
And the slot man goes in motion left. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? Jackson's going to try the sneak, and I don't think he got in. The big bodies up front held him at the 1. Officially no gain on the sneak, kind of a wasted play there, and now it's 3rd down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston with career touchdown number 70. And the Chargers are able to stretch out their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here still to come. this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
The score, Chargers 14, Dolphins 3. Matthew Wright set to kick off.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up third.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And some room to work. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
70 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Now they'll look to Haskins to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ready for the second half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Now Haskins. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down, they'll run it here. And they went the wrong way there. losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now it's Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
73 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year.
We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Again, it's Walker. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
10 more there and another 1st down. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 2nd down, it's Walker.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Running left is Walker. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
A 10-yard pickup, but it's enough for a Charger first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Straight ahead, Walker. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
12 more yards there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Dolphins are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Now he's free at the 35. He may go.
And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
The Dolphins are lining up for a two-point conversion.
And they'll still try and run for it. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Now a deep one for Johnston.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Let's go now.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They go play action with Haskins. Steps away. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker.
I like how he hung in there and went through his progressions, but eventually his internal clock went off and told him it was time to make a run for it. And he ends up sliding down with a solid gain.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on third down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact.
He's got his target. That's complete.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, second down.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right.
Go.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
A 34-yard attempt.
The kick by Carlson is good, and the Dolphins have tied things up here in the 4th. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, the bad news, they had the turnover last time. The good news, their defense only surrendered 3. So now we are set up for a great finish, all tied here in the 4th.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 69 yards.
Talk about a momentum shifter right there. Tie game, 4th quarter. These are the plays that win you games. And now defensively, the question becomes, how do you respond?
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Running right, here's Walker. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Jackson. Steps away. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down, but they are in field goal range already.
Throwing, Jackson.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they're saying it's incomplete.
And I know they would have loved to have had a touchdown there to give them some cushion. But now, kick the field goal. Get the lead. Let your defense bring you home. Show some faith in those guys on the other side of the ball.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This for the lead in the final stages. And his kick here is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the 4th quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Jackson to throw. Throws right side, and that's complete. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Touchdown. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, he is putting in a great all-around game, Charles. He already ran one in for a score, and now they utilize him in the passing game.
And they put a lot of pressure on a defensive coordinator and a defense, don't they? Because they're used to him as a runner. But it turns out he's just as dangerous as some of those receivers, and he showed it right there. You don't pay enough attention to him defensively, he makes you pay.
Now Jackson. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion no good. Yeah, the touchdown apparently wasn't enough. They're going to go for the onside kick here. Unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Here comes 2nd down. Throwing now is Haskins. They'll roll him out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. Now it's Haskins. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 28. The Dolphins moving with a sense of urgency here. Here we go with Haskins. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that'll move him back within 6 now. So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
And this is going to be taken in by the Chargers, and it appears they're going to win this football game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And this, not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of